Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today I am bringing you my predictions for Fyter Fest 2020. Now, Fyter Fest is an interesting kind of show for AEW, as it is a two-night event that's going to be shown on TNT, I believe, on July 1st and July 8th being night 2. So we have good couple matches on the card, so let's get right into it. First up, in a tag team match, playa. Thank you, Teddy Long. We've got the team of Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, Private Party, being managed by Matt Hardy, although I don't know which one is going to show up. Taking on Santana and Ortiz of the Inner Circle. I believe it was Santana who took on Matt Hardy this week in a losing effort. And both he and Ortiz beat up Matt Hardy after the match, only for a Private Party to make the save. Now, I like both teams. They're both very young. They're up and coming. Hopefully they'll get a bigger push through AEW, especially with the tag team division where it is. As for a winner, this is difficult because I like both teams and I'd like to see them both get a win, but that's not possible. So here I'm going to say Private Party are going to get their first win in a while. I think they're due one, and that's that. Next match is for the AEW Women's Championship, as the champion Hikaru Shida takes on Penelope Ford. Ford kind of got elevated to the top with Britt Baker and who is it? Who just got hurt? Statlander. Chris Statlander, both getting hurt. Superstars like Rio and Brie Priestley, sorry for the butchering of the name, being quarantined in their home countries due to the coronavirus. So Ford stepped up. She's a fantastic talent. I think Sheeta's going to take the win here. Now, I don't really know who would be next. They could do Nyla Rose again. They had a good she and Sheeta had a decent match at Double or Nothing last month. Was it last month or was it the month before? I forget. But yeah, Sheeta still your AEW Women's Champion. Next up, another tag team match, playa. Holla holla. Teddy would love this card. You have the team of Jurassic Express, being Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, taking on Long Island's own MJF and his heavy Wardlow. I believe this is the first time MJF and Wardlow have officially teamed. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I am wrong, I really don't remember. And I think MJF and Wardlow are going to cheat to win here. MJF has been the best heel in not even AEW. I'm going to say the business. He is that damn good of a bad guy. And he and Wardlow are going to get the big win here. And hopefully AEW straps a damn rocket to MJF. They need to push him. Alright, next up we have more singles action as Cody, formerly Cody Rhodes, defends his TNT Championship against the Inner Circle's heavy Jake Hader. The TNT Championship so far has been defended on TV a lot, besides this past week, to build to this match. Hager hasn't really beaten much of anybody, although he has been mostly in the team with the inner circle, like Santana, Ortiz, Jericho, etc. But I don't think he's going to have what it takes here. I think Cody's going to retain. So far, he's retained against the likes of Mark Quinn and Jungle Boy and the debuting Ricky Starks from the NWA. That's a great signing, by the way. Yeah, so Cody takes it here. What I believe should be the main event of night one is the AEW World Tag Team titles on the line as we have the champions Kenny Omega and Hangman Page take on the best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent. Taylor and Trent have kind of run the gauntlet on the tag teams. They won multiple number one contenders matches. And Kenny and Adam Page have actually defended these titles a lot too. So this clash is going to be good. There's kind of two stories here. Both the overall friendships of Taylor and Trent, considering they're called the best friends, and then the rift that's forming between Omega and Page. Now, I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on a Page heel turn yet. I think they're going to save that for All Out, where hopefully there'll be a crowd there. But I think here we're going to get Omega and Page retaining the tag team titles. So that is it for night one. And I shall get to night two right now. So these matches are going to take place on July 8th. And they are going to be as such. First up, in a singles match, we are going to get Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk Monster, taking on Bad Boy Joey Janela. Bit of a little big match here. I think this is going to be a match where they build Archer back up after losing it to Cody in the finals of the TNT Championship Tournament. And I think he's going to get a win here. I don't know if Janela's partner, Sonny Kiss, is going to get involved, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, next up, we have a 6-man tag team match, playa, as we have the SCU, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky, taking on the Dark Order, consisting of Mr. Brody Lee and Stu Grayson, and their most recent recruit, Colt Cabana. Now, on this past week's episode of AEW Dynamite, Cabana and Brody Lee participated in a tag match against Janela and Sonny Kiss. Brody Lee, behind the back of the ref, attacks, I want to say it was Janela in the ring, and let Colt Cabana take the victory. So, yeah, I hope this is going to be a lead to a no from Colt Cabana, and then we'll see a match between he and Brody Lee down the line. But as for here, I think we're going to see more of the same from Lee, Grayson, and Colt. I think Brody Lee is going to, behind the back of whatever ref, attack one of the SCU members, let Colt Cabana take the victory. Sort of rebuilding Colt, which I like. There's layers in this 6-man tag matchup, and I like that. Next up, in a singles women's match, it is the native beast Nyla Rose taking on an unnamed superstar. Now, usually that means it's going to be some sort of enhancement talent, which usually includes a squash match. But I don't think that's going to be the case here because, so far there hasn't really been a build to this match, like, at all. But I think this is going to probably be a rebuild of Rose. I think I think this is going to be the re-debut of what's her name? Um, I forget the name of the woman. I'm sorry. I love you. Um, it is going to be her return under the Dark Order's control, considering she's yet another recruit of Brody Lee and such. So, but I think this is going to be a Rose win, and they're going to try to rebuild her a little bit more, especially after a loss to Sheeta. All right, next match up, and this is going to be a doozy. We got an 8-man tag team match, playa, as FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood, formerly of the Revival, teams with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, which I'm sure we're going to see that match somewhere down the line, taking on the Butcher and the Blade, and Ray Phoenix and his brother Pentagon Jr. Heck yeah, the Lucha Brothers are back. Pentagon has been isolating in Mexico, so he kind of recently came back. Ray Phoenix has been hurt for a little bit, and now he's back. This is a little conflicting because there's so many interwoven storylines. You got Lucha Brothers versus the Bucks, who have been rivals ever since AEW started. You have FTR and the Butcher and the Blade, who have been rivals so far. But here, I think this is maybe a little fantasy booking. I think what's going to happen is we're going to see FTR, after some miscommunications by the Young Bucks, ditch a tag, walk to the back, and then we'll see a win by the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers, which will then set up a match between FTR and the Young Bucks at All Out. Hopefully. That's my little bit of fantasy booking. Hopefully it comes true. If not, whatever. Next up, in a match I never thought we'd see a day in my life, we have Le former champion, Chris Jericho, taking on freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. This is going to be probably the greatest match I'm ever going to see. I cannot wait for it. The rivalry has been built perfectly. And, yeah, this is another coin flip for me because I like both guys. Sorry, Jim, I do like Orange Cassidy. Both guys are extremely good athletes and extremely good at what they do. But I think we're going to see a bit of an upset. I think Orange Cassidy is going to take the win here. And maybe one day we'll see him in a title picture. Maybe. I mean, obviously not winning that title picture, but I think we're going to see him maybe push shortly. And the potential main event, I say potential, just wait. We have, for the AEW World Championship, champion Jon Moxley defending against Brian Cage. Cage is a more recent signing. He debuted at Double or Nothing in the ladder match. He earned this number one contendership at that match, and he challenged Moxley right away. So, the reason this might not go on is that this past Wednesday, Moxley was scheduled to have a match, and there was going to be an angle with Cage. However, that didn't happen because Moxley pulled himself out because someone he knows, I'm not going to say who, I know who it is, but I'm not going to say who, caught the coronavirus from someone. And the person in question tested positive. And Mox is taking some precautions as to not to potentially spread it, which is, very good on Mox and very good for AEW. If this match does go ahead, my thinking would be Mox, because then he has a pretty big setup with MJF, who I feel like should be the one who uncrown him. But if he is sick, or does potentially show symptoms, even if he's asymptomatic, I don't know if this match is going to go ahead. I don't know. However, I'm going to treat it like it's going ahead, and I think Mox is going to come away with the victory, and then we'll see the setup with MJF, which I am all for. Alright, those are my predictions for Fyter Fest Night 1 and 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your predictions going forward for both nights of Fyter Fest. I will try to get a results / reactions video up on in 2 weeks after the 8th, so probably the 9th of these two shows, and I'm hoping they are going to be humdingers. So, hope to see you again back here real soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.